Hare Krishna. So from Valmiki Ramayana, Aranya, Kanda, we are going to discuss today. So Rama's journey. So far, what happened was so Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana were exiled to the forest, and they left Ayodhya. So they crossed Tamasa River, and then they stayed overnight, and then crossing it next morning, they arrived Sringavera to meet Rama's friend, the Nishada king Guha, is a hunter man, and on the banks of river Ganga. And Guha provides suitable hospitality to Rama and co. And then they have sleepover at Guha's place, and then leaves next day to Bharadwaja's ashram. And then that's where Triveni Sangamam is, so Prayagraj. And then they next they go to Valmiki's ashram, and Valmiki also welcomes them nicely. So did Bharadwaj as well. And then Valmiki Muni suggests Rama to go to Chitrakoot because the place is very serene and beautiful forest area. And then Valmiki so we also see Valmiki lived in three ashrams. So one is here, and then Bittur, and then Naimisharanya also, where Lavak and Kusha started preaching, becoming traveling preachers around the world. So they came to Naimisharanya also. That's where Valmiki made up his ashram there too. And then Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana move further down into the forest. They arrive Chitrakoot, and the other region. So Chitrakoot is really a big region. So they and also they were on move constantly also. So they meet Atrimuni and Anasuya next and receive their blessings and gifts. And then after spending some time in Chitrakoot, they decide to leave because Bharata and his crew came to bring back Rama to Ayodhya and coronate him as a king. But then Rama was we know that Rama follows Dharma very piously, very strictly. That's why he comes, Bhagavan comes in human form to teach us a lesson and by showing us a good example. So Rama refuses Bharata's request and says, I already made a vow to my father, Dasharatha, therefore I cannot return. And it's when Bharata leaves with the Paduka of Ramas, and because there was a disturbance caused emotionally and also in the forest after Bharata leaves with his army and others from Ayodhya, then also other sages decided to leave as well. Then Rama thinks, okay, better I move as well. Then that's when he decides to move further. So Aranya Kanda starts when Rama moves to the Antakaranya forest from Chitrakoot. And on the way, so they encounter with Varada, sorry, not Varada, it's Virada Rakshasa. So he had his own previous story, previous birth, Tumburu, a Gandharva. And he was once in Gandharvaloka. He had this desire to enjoy with Ramba, the Apsara. Then Kubera cursed him to become a Rakshasa. So also, we always know and learned from the Shastras, case studies of so many stories from the Bhagavatam, Ramayana or Mahabharata. So whenever the great personalities curse the followers or alike, that it's simply the blessing in disguise through that curse. So here the same case. So when Kubera cursed, he also mentioned that Tumburu will be liberated by Rama. So the pretty much in Virada, the form of Rakshasa and called Virada, and he was waiting for the liberation, right? So, but of course he forgot at the beginning, but um, after some time, briefly after a brief discussion with Rama, he realized that was Rama, and then he was killed by Rama, and then he regains the celestial form, and he then suggests that now you can go meet sage Sarabanga, so you will get some good advice there, some guidance. Then Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana proceed to meet the sage Sarabanga. And we also see the pattern that through the journey of Rama's during the period of exile, we see Rama keeps on moving from one place to another to teach us that we should always follow this kind of detachment. Shouldn't feel we are so attached to a particular house or particular relationship or particular role or position, because this is a Shashvatam, right? This material world is the Kalayam Shashvatam, as is said in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, we should also have that kind of vairagya or detachment from this material world. Only attachment we should have is towards Bhagavan, Bhakti, and Bhagavadas, that is devotees. And also the other pattern that we see is throughout his journey in the exile, he keeps on asking for where is the next dwelling place that I should go to, where better I can, which is a better place I can go to. So it's not like better in the sense he didn't ask a better place, because he kept on moving, so he wanted to go to the next place. So he wanted to know where the so he wanted to go to the place which is in mode of goodness, right? And of course, his appearance, Paritradaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkurtam. So he appeared for many reasons, and one of the reasons was to kill the Rakshasas, including Ravana, mainly Ravana, because they were bothering the devotees who are in mode of goodness, and they are performing yajna. So therefore, to avoid such disturbances, he appeared. So that is why he wanted to come to Panchavati. That is the final, almost the final destination, because in the sense that's where Sita was kidnapped from, right? So he wanted to keep on moving until he reaches that place, so that the actual episode can take place, the Ravana's episode, right? That's why like how Narada Muni was rushing to see the appearance of Lord Krishna in Krishna Leela. Therefore, what Narada Muni did was he went and told this Kamsa, uncle of Krishna. So he told Kamsa to kill those babies, right? Therefore, whether he directly said to kill or not directly doesn't matter, but the way he provoked Narada, the way Narada provoked Kamsa was definitely Kamsa decided to kill those children. That way, Krishna can be born quickly. Of course, Krishna is Ajan, unborn, but for the sake of Leela, so he appeared for the son of Mother Devaki and Vasudeva. So here, coming back to this sage Sarabanga, so Lord Ramachandra arrived, and as usual, Sarabanga gives proper reception to Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita. And but when Rama arrived at Sarabanga's ashram, he noticed Indra was already there, and they were having some conversation, Indra and Sarabanga. But as soon as Indra saw Lord Ramachandra is coming closer to the ashram, then he told Sarabanga that, okay, Rama is here. I don't want to talk to Rama at this stage. I don't want to have a meeting with Rama at this stage. Better I leave. We'll talk later. And then he disappears. So from that, Rama did not know the conversation exactly what was the conversation between Sarabanga and Indra. So therefore, but again, Lord Ramachandra is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, so he knows everything. But again, because he is playing the role of ordinary human being, so he continued to play that very well. So it's nothing to be surprised of why the Rama doesn't know where Sita was, why Rama doesn't know what they are talking about, like that. So he knows everything in and out before even they think of uh, or desire, or we think of anything in particular, Krishna or Rama knows already. So here Rama approaches sage Sarabanga after receiving the proper hospitality from the sage. He humbly inquires from the sage that what was the reason for Indra's visit. Then Sarabanga did not declare anything in the in the fashion of what exactly happened. So instead, he just says that, oh, Indra arrived because he wanted me to come to, he wanted to take me to Brahmaloka as I completed my penance, the austerities. Now I'm qualified to go to Brahmaloka. That's why he arrived. But I said to him that I heard Rama is here. I wanted to take darshan of Rama. So I refused his request. So he said like that. And then, but the actual reason was Indra arrived there to tell the situation, right? Rama must have come and killed the Ravana and etc. So Sarabanga knows, and he doesn't want to say what exactly the conversation was. That's why he says like this. But also he had the plan of going to Brahmaloka as well. And he says, Sarabanga tells Rama that Rama, now you're here. I just wanted to take my life now because I finished my pastime here. In the sense, he finished his duties here. He wanted to go to Brahmaloka. So he invoked the fire, chanted mantras, and left the body in the presence of Lord Ramachandra, and he sent it to Brahmaloka. See, now now we see one thing here, that is Sarabanga did not go to Vaikunta. We see that. So we usually, what we have heard from Acharyas and what we read from Bhagavad Gita, especially from Krishna, he says that at the time of death we remember Krishna or Rama, we arrive that destination, the Loka. But here, instead of going to Vaikuntha Loka, because even though Sarabanga left the body in the presence of Rama, he remembered Rama, he was talking to Rama, he was actually waiting for Rama to arrive. So he was almost Krishna conscious or Rama consciousness. But why he went to Brahmaloka? Because he had the desire to go to Brahmaloka. Simple as that. That's just what ya yatamam prapandyante tamstaiva bhajamyaham. So Krishna says, however you want me to reciprocate, I will reciprocate. It's not that you ask me something like this, I give you something else. No, you ask me this, I give you that. So according to your need, according to your love, I reciprocate. So his desire was to go to Brahmaloka. Rama did not protest, so he simply sent him to Brahmaloka, not Ayodhya Loka or Vaikuntha Loka. So before that, sage Sarabanga suggested to go see Sutikshana sage next. So then Rama goes to say Sutikshana, and Sutikshana wanted Rama to come back again after he finishes some journey, journeying to some places, come back to Sudikshana. That was Sudikshana's request, and Rama will do that eventually later. But now, so he is at Sudikshana's ashram, and all the other sages come and request Rama that to kill the Rakshasas who are disrupting the yagyas that are being performed by the sages in that area. As usual, these Rakshasas contaminate the Yagashala by putting this blood or flesh or contaminated things like stool. Um, lot of such disturbance happening. Therefore, the sage is requested that can you please help to kill the Rakshasas, and Rama promises them, yes, I will kill those Rakshasas. And Sita was really worried that Rama is becoming more violent unnecessarily. The word unnecessarily or needlessly killing the innocent creature is the cause of Sita's lamentation now. So Sita approaches Lord Ramachandra and tells that, can I give you an advice? And Rama listens. Yes. And then Sita tells the story of how a sage who was nicely practicing austerities and worrying Indra, as usual, he worried that what if the position of his will be taken away by this sage who is performing great austerities. So Indra came as a Kshatriya in disguise and approached this sage and offered a sword and told him that can you please safekeep this sword for me, and I'll come and get this back later. And believing this to be true, the sage didn't realize who that Kshatriya was. It was in fact Indra. But he said, okay, I'll take care of this sword. Then he was always keeping the sword with him whenever he does, wherever he goes, whatever he does. Like whenever he goes and pick the flowers or it gets some wood for the fire, for the yagya fire, he would just keep the sword with him. And eventually, because of this wrong association, whether the association could be people or the books you read, people we associate with, or what we watch, what we hear, who do we stay with, where do we stay at. So these are all called association, right? So because of this weapon, association of weapon, he turned into a violent man. Instead of continuing with his austerities, he started to behave violently and needlessly killing animals. And what happened at the end was he fell down from his position, spiritual position, and lost all his spiritual merits and went to hellish region. So this was the worry of Sita, but obviously Ramachandra is supreme lord. But here again they are ordinary couples, so she was worried as a normal wife, common, is a common woman. So she was advising Rama to avoid all this unnecessary killing. Then Rama assured Sita that no, I will only kill the wicked people, wicked creatures, and also the reason why the sages cannot kill was they don't want to lose their piety or the spiritual merits they accumulated through all those penances and austerities. Therefore, as a Kshatriya, it is my duty to protect the sages from the disturbance of Rakshasas. So they continue to move, they now move to say the sage Dharmaprita. And here they hear the musical singing coming from the lake inside. So Rama inquires from the sage that what is that sound, what is that music, where is it coming from? Then Dharmaprata narrates the story of a rishi who used to live that area and used to perform great austerity. And once again, the Devi Devadas were worried about losing their position because this rishi might occupy their position by performing or completing the great austerities. So what they did was send 5 apsaras to distract the sage from doing the austerity. Then the sage fell for that and fell for those 5 apsaras, and he married them. He stopped doing austerities. He married those apsaras, Panchapsara they call, and he built a nice lake house, and it is underwater lake house, and started living with this women apsaras, and that's where the singing coming from, the apsaras are singing. And obviously he used that piety of accumulated merits that he received through those tapasya and became young again like a youth, and now living with the apsaras. So the teaching here is, even if we are a great person, like doing great activities, performing great duties, but if we get distracted by even single means, then what happens? It's easy for us to fall down. So we need to be determined in our duty, keep Krishna or Rama at the center of our lives, and have common goals. If we are in Grahastha ashram, have common goals, that is to attain Krishna Bhakti amongst family members, and then just work towards that and be detached from worldly affairs necessarily, and just whatever that is minimal requirements for having that attachment with the relationships or material duties, have just that, but otherwise our full focus and consciousness towards the Lord and the service towards the Lord and his bhaktas. That unwavering focus in our duty will gain us this perfection. Now they are returning to Sudikshna again, and now they are asking that they wanted to visit Agastya Muni. So asking for the directions. This is what usually Rama does at every destination when he arrives, in overnight pretty much. And then next morning they will leave the place and ask for uh, the directions to go to the next place. So now they are moving to Agastya Muni. So on the way, during the journey, Rama wanted to glorify the power of Agastya Muni. So this is very natural for like devotees also. When we are going to see a devotee, on the way we just glorify them, right, to that person that they don't know about that person we are going to meet. So whoever accompanying us for that meeting, will start to glorify the host that they are going to, whoever going to host us. So we will continue to do that, right? That is what Rama is doing, also glorifying Agastya Muni. So he is narrating the story of two Rakshasas, Ilvala and Vatapi, and what they usually do is disguise themselves as Brahmanas, and they go and approach the sages nearby. So they go to one sage and they say that, because they look like Brahmanas, they offer food. They invite them to their house and ashram, or the hut, and then they say they cook. This Ilvala would cook Batapi, they are brothers, and offer as if it is a normal vegetarian food, and then they offer it to the sages, and it looks like normal palatable feast, and the sage would also eat that. And once he has eaten the food, and the demon Ilvala from outside, he will call out the name of his brother Vatapi. Vatapi, come out, come out. Then Vatapi would tear open the stomach of the sage who ate Vatapi in the form of the food, and then by that way he would kill the sage, and then both these Rakshasas would eat the dead sage, and this is the way they would kill all the sages coming to that region, and eating them, killing and eating them. So one time Agastya Muni arrived at region, and he, through his Jnana Shakshu, he came to know about these brothers, and when this, as usual, Vatapi became food, and Bilvala offered the food to Agastya Muni, and Agastya Muni ate that food. And what he did this time, he digested the food. That means Vatapi already dead inside the stomach of Agastya. And Ilvala was calling out his brother's name, Vatapi, come out, but Vatapi did not come. Then Agastya Muni tells what happened, and that way Ilvala also was killed. And this is how Agastya Muni freed the region from Rakshasas, terror of Rakshasas. Now they arrive at Agastya Muni's ashram, and Agastya Muni, as usual, welcomes Ramachandra and Lakshmana and Sita nicely. And Agastya Muni praises Sita's devotion to Ramachandra, and her chastity towards Rama, being, how she is following Patni Dharma very nicely. And Agastya Muni gives some gifts to Rama, the celestial weapons. So we see the celestial weapons Ramachandra received before killing Ravana, or Arjuna receiving some celestial weapons from different personalities before Kurukshetra war. Both episodes look similar in one sense. For bringing the dharma upright once again by destroying adharma, always the souls, are not souls in that sense, but the jivas who are in mode of goodness come forward to help, and also the Lord himself would come and help, right? In this case, Rama came, the Supreme Lord came as Krishna as himself, Lord Ramachandra, and he receives the bow of Vishnu that was constructed by Vishwakarma, and he receives two inexhaustible quivers from Indra, and one arrow, infallible arrow from Brahma, and also blessings and guidance from Agastya. And for Arjuna also before Kurukshetra war, Lord would either come by himself to uh, destroy the miscreants and protect the devotees, or he would send the representatives, right? In this case also, Krishna Leela, we see from Mahabharata how Kurukshetra war, in Kurukshetra war, Arjuna, the Pandavas were protected by Krishna directly, and Kauravas were killed. And Arjuna receives Gandiva bow from Varuna, and Pasupata Astra from Shiva, Narayana Astra from Vishnu, and Brahmastra also he receives. So from that way we understand that if we are performing the duties in a dharmic way, then all the good fortune will come to us, all the auspiciousness will come to us automatically, and that will bring us success. So next, sage Agastya Muni recommends Rama to go to Panchavati. That would be the next ideal dwelling place for them. And it is located near Godavari river, and it is again another beautiful serene forest with abundant fruits and flowers. So therefore, Rama was recommended to go there. So they start to travel there. So it's about 16 miles away from this place. And on their way, they meet Jatayu, and Jatayu introduces himself as a friend of Rama's father, Dasharatha Maharaj. And Jatayu also about 60,000 years old, and he says that he will protect Mother Sita when Rama and Lakshmana go away for whatever reason. He can protect Sita. So Rama was touched by the devotion of Jatayu, and he bows down to Jatayu because Jatayu was as a father's figure, right? Because he was Dasharatha Maharaj's friend. Next, they arrive at this Panchavati, and they find a nice place to build the cottage for themselves. So ask Lakshmana to construct a little cottage. Then it is done, and they just settle in nicely and continuing their forest exile. And one fine morning after bath, Rama and Lakshmana encounter Surpanaka, Rakshashi, the sister of Ravana. So she was roaming in Dandakaranya forest, and that is. So they are. So this lady, this Surpanaka Rakshashi, lives in Janasthana, so that place nearby, near to Panchavati. And Dandakaranya is really a big forest, right? So it's a big region. And so she happens to meet Rama, and she was totally mesmerized by the beauty of Rama, and she wanted to marry Rama. So she approaches him and proposes her desire that she wanted to marry him. So this only brings a joke, a laughter between Rama and Lakshmana, the brothers, and they start to joke with the Surpanaka Rakshasi that Rama suggesting Lakshmana to marry. Lakshmana is suggesting Rama should marry Surpanaka because she is so beautiful. And Surpanaka was also criticizing the body of Sita. So she is very thin. What is this? I can easily swallow her. You should marry someone like me. So she was telling all this, and finally she understood that Rashita is in the way on her way to get to marry Rama or Lakshmana. Therefore, she wanted to kill Sita. So she, with so much wrath, she wanted to approach Sita and kill her. She wanted to kill Sita, so she tries to approach Sita, but suddenly Rama stops Lakshmana from joking anymore. So see, this is what happens. So we shouldn't make jokes in such a way that endangers our Sita. Therefore, you should take some action towards this. So Shurpanaka. Then Lakshmana, cuts the nose of Shurpanaka and also her ears. and she becomes very she is humiliated and becomes so furious, and she goes to her brother Kara, and she has two brothers here at Janasthana, Dushana and Kara, and she goes and tells what happens in Panchavati, that how she was attacked by Lakshmana, and how who were all there, like Rama and Sita. So Dushana says that he would go first and kill Rama, and he goes with 14 chief Rakshasas, and easily Dushana and chief Rakshasas were killed by Rama. And then the news come to Kara, and then he takes his army of Rakshasas with 14,000. He takes the army of 14,000 Rakshasas and goes to attack Rama. But again, Rama defeats all of them except one Rakshasas. It's not because Rama couldn't kill that Rakshasa, it's because um, Rama always wanted to leave one person behind so that the story can continue and go lead to the climax of the episode. So that was this Akampana, and he escapes because another reason also, as per Yugda Dharma, when someone wanted to run away from the Yukta, that is the battlefield, then this warrior should not attack him anymore, because it's almost like he surrendered. So that's also another reason. So Akampana escapes from Rama and goes to Ravana and narrates what happened, and also suggests that Ravana should kidnap Sita. And Ravana thought it was a good idea. So he hasn't seen Sita yet, but as per the description of Rakshasa Akampana, he was happy to go and kidnap. So he approaches Maricha, but Maricha tells the past history of what happened, how he was kicked out of the place when at the beginning of the exile, the mother, the Maricha, and the brother also, the Subahu were killed, and he was kicked out, you know, by Rama. So he says that whoever suggests to you Ravana this idea, he's not a friend of yours but an enemy. Therefore, you should give up such a bad idea. And Ravana said, okay, fine. He was like easily convinced at that time. So he goes back to Lanka. But what happens next was Surpanaha comes back again, and she tells to Ravana that no, this should be stopped. Rama should be killed. Sita should be kidnapped. She pretty much wanted to take revenge of Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana. Therefore, she exaggerated everything. So she knew how Ravana is very lusty towards women, especially other man's wife. Therefore, she told the beauty of Sita, which is true. She is Mahalakshmi herself, goddess of fortune. So all the glories to Mother Sita. So Surpanaha glorified the beauty of Sita to Ravana, and Ravana was totally in lust now, so he wanted to kidnap Mother Sita. So again, he went back to Maricha and told that, okay, here is the plan. You come as a golden deer, and give this illusion, bewilder Mother Sita, and then I will come kidnap. I'll come as a mendicant, and I'll kidnap Sita, while Rama and Lakshmana are gone after you. So Maricha initially refused, but then there was no other option for him, because Ravana said, like, if you don't do it, I'll kill you. If you do it, Rama will. No, he didn't say that. If you don't do it, I'll kill you, he said. Then Maricha said, yes, if I don't do it, you will kill me. If I do it, Rama will kill me. So I will have to be, I will be killed by either of you. So rather, I would let me be killed by Rama rather than be killed by you. So he chose Rama shelter, so that way at least he'll get some better destination next life. So we know the story of how this appearance of golden deer, bewildering Mother Sita, and Mother Sita wanted golden deer really badly. She wanted to take that golden deer back to Ayodhya. She wanted to raise that golden deer, and Rama also agreed with Mother Sita and said, "Okay, I'll get the deer for you." So he started chasing, but then eventually he had to kill Maricha. But Maricha at the time of his death, he instead of uh, doing a good thing, he did an evil thing. That is calling out the names of Mother Sita and Lakshmana, using the voice of mimicking the voice of Rama. So immediately Rama felt that okay, this is going to bring some disaster only, because now he is dead, but he made a big sound of not Rama, sorry, Sita and Lakshmana in the voice of Rama. So obviously Sita would, Lakshmana is clear, he would know the power of Rama. But Sita, being a woman and wife of Rama, of course, playing a simple wife, the role of a wife, therefore she would be definitely bewildered by this sound. She would think that was me. And what if Lakshmana leaves her behind, searching for me, and somebody comes and kidnaps her? So these are the thoughts going on in mind of Rama, and he is starting to feel the symptoms of this love and separation already. So he is running towards Mother Sita's place, where their ashram. So they are running towards that hut, and here Sita was telling Lakshmana to go and look for Rama and bring Rama and save Rama from whatever the danger he is in. Even though Lakshmana explains that Rama cannot be in any danger, in fact, because of Rama only the demons will be in danger. But Sita cannot take that as an answer. She talks badly about Lakshmana, not able to hear that anymore. Lakshmana leaves the place, and Sita stays back at the hut. And then Ravana, so far the plan worked perfectly. But whose plan? It's all Lord Ramachandra's plan. But Ravana thinks it's his plan. Of course, this evil plan, however, whatever that happened end of the episode, Ravana will be killed. That's the main original plan of the Supreme Lord. But in between, like that, see, in our lives also, we all make so many plans. But originally, the plan is coming from the Lord. But as long as we have a desire and we make endeavor to satisfy, to please the Lord and His devotees, then definitely our even though the plan is whatever the plan may be, whatever the actions may be, the end of the action, it will become fruitful only. It will become a successful. So here Lakshmana is going to look for Rama, and Sita is waiting for Rama and Lakshmana to return. And meanwhile, Ravana comes as a mendicant and ask for alms, and Sita, as usual, whatever the respect she should be giving to a sage, she does that. But Ravana describes Sita's bodily features in a very inappropriate way. Sita was little uncomfortable, but still she ignores that, because he is a sage, and she thought he is a sage, so therefore she doesn't want to offend him. So she doesn't say anything about whatever he describes about her bodily features. And then, but Ravana couldn't resist anymore. So then he reveals his true identity and tells who he is and the purpose of his coming, and tells Sita to leave Rama, who is just being Vanavasi at the moment, and Sita to come to Ravana and live a life of a queen. So Sita, of course, ignores Ravana and tells the glories of Rama. And she gives so many analogies, like how he's like a waste muddy puddle, and Rama is a great ocean, things like that. She starts to give analogies and tells Rama um, will come protect her, and Ravana to leave her alone. But Ravana doesn't uh, pay any attention to her words and kidnaps Maya Sita only. It's not actual Mother Sita. It is said by acharyas that Sita was protected by by Agni Deva. Therefore, Maya Sita, of course, Mother Sita doesn't need any protection. She is the Supreme Lord, I mean, Supreme Lord's wife and Goddess of Fortune, so she doesn't need any protection as such. But in that episode, it is said by acharyas that Ravana kidnapped only Maya Sita, illusionary Sita, and Jatayu was wakened by the sound of Sita when she cried the name of Rama, Rama, Lakshmana, please save me. So when Jatayu heard that voice of Mother Sita, then he was awakened and he fought with Ravana, but unfortunately he was defeated by Ravana, and his wings were broken, and he almost passing away. And that time Lakshmana met Rama, and Rama became so angry with Lakshmana for leaving Sita alone at hut, and then they both of them now coming towards the hut, and on their way they meet Jatayu, and Jatayu tells what happened, and but still Rama doesn't know who Ravana was exactly, and then Jatayu passing away, he passes away, and then Rama performs Shraddha as a, because Rama was not able to do Shraddha ceremony for his own father Dasharatha. At the time of Dasharatha's death, Rama was already exiled to the forest, so he was not present in Ayodhya. But none of the sons of Dasharatha Maharaj were present at the time of Dasharatha's passing away. But at least here Jatayu, as, in the fatherly figure, Rama was able to, and he was in fact happily, he was able to perform the Shraddha, the last funeral rites for Jatayu. So once that episode was over, they continue to you know uh, search for Mother Sita, and on their journey, during their journey, they encountered another Rakshasa called a demon called Kabanda. So Kabanda has his own story also. He was Vishwavasu in his previous life, and he was cursed by Indra. And again, he knew that he will be relieved from his curse once Rama kills him. So Rama kills him, and he gets back. This demon gets back his celestial body once again, and then he suggests that because already they discussed the story of so far what happened and etc. So therefore, now Kabanda, in the form in his celestial form as Visvavashu, he tells that Rama should go see the son of Surya, that is Sugriva. He is the king of Vanaras. So he should be able to help Rama and Lakshmana to find Sita, because he has so big army of Vanaras. So he suggests that. And then next they meet. Then he ascends. This Vishwavashu ascends to heavenly realm, the planet, and then Rama and Lakshmana continue their journey towards Pampa, Lake Pampa, Rishyamukha mountain. That's where Sugriva is. On their way, almost close by now, they meet Sabari, the elderly devotee lady, ascetic, and she lives in Matanka Muni's ashram, because more than a decade ago, Matanga Rishi, who is the guru of this lady Sabari, she is a tribal woman. See, if we see this devotees pastimes with Ramachandra, we see these. There is no um, uh, discrimination, right? Because at all classes, at all levels, Ramachandra pouring his uh, giving the reciprocation of love towards all these kind of devotees. Um, we see Guha, he was a hunter, and we see Sabari, a tribal woman, and Hanuman, a Vanara, or Sugriva, a Vanara king. So we see that at any level or any Sarva Upadhi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Uchyate. So when we give up our designation, so I'm an Australian, I'm an Indian, I am this officer, that officer, or whatever. We have these designations or the identities we have. When we give up on that, then we will attain Rishikesh, right? And this Lord of senses, that is Krishna. So, because we are so attached to our designation, so we don't want to give up our position, like what Indra does. He doesn't want to give up his Indra role. So, he does whatever it takes to keep his position by sending this Apsaras like Nayanaka or Ramba or Urvashi to the great personalities to distract from their austerities so that his position will be retained. So, what we learn from this story is we should not be attached to the designations, that is one thing, but also it's not about our qualifications of who I should be to become a devotee of the Lord. There are no qualifications. The only qualifications is the love that we have developed towards the Lord. And the service attitude that we have developed towards Lord and His devotees and the representatives of the Lord. So that kind of mood we should develop rather than okay, I have to be a Brahmana or I have to be this class, high class devotee already, or high class Vaishnava. No, it's not like that. You can be a born Brahmana, but if you are not a devotee, then it is useless, right? That is what Krishna says. So Chaturvedam Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibahacha. So he create that ashram, four ashrams, four varnas, but he is not saying that these are the qualification to become a devotee. These are the qualification to lead a sattvic life, eventually to come on the spiritual platform. But if you are already a Vaishnava, if you are already performing devotion, then these qualifications mean nothing. So here Sabari offers beautiful berries, tasty berries to Lord Rama and Lakshmana, and Rama sees the practices of whatever austerities Sabari had been performing and how she had been waiting for Rama to arrive so she can leave her body, because her guru Matanga Muni already told that Rama will come and give you liberation, so wait here in my ashram only. So she had been waiting for so long. Now that Rama had arrived, and now he gave moksha to Sabari. So far, this is what we have seen from exilation of Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana from Ayodhya. Then they travel towards Dandakaranya. That is what we have seen in Aranya Kanda so far. Now, the next thing is the journey to Kishkinda to seek Sugriva's help. And then we will be seeing next what happens in Kishkanta Kanda next tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Monday. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.